yogasthah kuru karmaani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyos samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate.
Today we sit with one of the most quietly revolutionary verses in all of Sanskrit literature, from the second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, verse 48. Listen to its sound first. Yogasthah kuru karmaani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga uchyate. Let us open the words one by one because each one is a small doorway. Yogasthah. This is two words fused together. Yoga from the root yuj, meaning to yoke, to join, to harness, and sthaa from the root sthaa, to stand. So, yogasthah means one who is standing in yoga, stationed in yoga, the way a warrior takes a stance before the fight begins. Not someone who visits yoga occasionally, but someone established there, rooted there. Kuru karmaani. Kuru means do, perform. It is a command. Karmaani means actions, all of them in the plural. And notice the beautiful echo here. Arjuna is a prince of the Kuru dynasty, standing on Kurukshetra, the field of the Kurus. And Krishna says to him, Kuru, do. The very ground he stands on whispers the instruction. Sangam tyaktva. Sangam comes from the root sanj, which means to stick, to adhere, the way glue sticks to your fingers. So, sangha is not love, not engagement, not caring. It is stickiness, the clinging of the ego to one particular result. Tyaktva from the root tyaj means having let go. And the grammar matters here. Having let go first, then at. The release comes before the action, not after. Dhananjaya. This is Krishna's chosen name for Arjuna in this verse, and it is deliberately playful. It means winner of wealth, conqueror of treasure. Krishna addresses the great prize winner at the exact moment he tells him to drop his grip on prizes, as if to say, you may win everything, my friend, without being owned by any of it. Siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva. Siddhi means success, accomplishment, fulfillment. Asiddhi is its shadow, failure, non-attainment. Sama means equal, even, level, and it comes from the same ancient root family as the English word same. Bhutva, having become. So, having become equal, the same person in success and in failure. And then the crown of the verse. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Samatvam is evenness itself, equanimity, the levelness of a balanced scale, the stillness of undisturbed water. Yoga uchyate. This is declared to be yoga. This is one of only two places in the entire Gita where Krishna formally defines yoga, and this is the definition. Not postures, not breath control, not austerities in a forest. Evenness of mind is yoga. Now, where does this verse live? Picture the scene. Two vast armies face each other at Kurukshetra. Arjuna, the greatest archer of his age, has asked his charioteer Krishna to drive him between the two lines. And there he sees his teachers, his cousins, his beloved grandfather, all arrayed against him. His limbs fail, his bow slips from his hand. He says, "I will not fight." This is not cowardice, it is paralysis born of outcome thinking. Arjuna's mind is running simulations of the future. We will kill our own family. Victory will taste like ash. And in the previous verse, the most famous line of the Gita, Krishna has already told him, "Your right is to action alone, never to its fruits." But that verse says what not to do. This verse answers the question it leaves burning. Then how should I act? And Krishna says, act established in yoga, having released the clinging, even in success and failure. That evenness is yoga itself. What is hidden deeper here? 3 treasures. First, the verse rescues us from a great misunderstanding. It does not say withdraw from the world. It says Kuru, act, engage fully. What is renounced is not action and not even caring. What is renounced is the stickiness, the secret contract we write with the universe that says, "I will only be okay if this turns out my way." Second, there is a performance secret buried here. The anxious archer misses. When part of the mind is out in the imagined future, gripping the result, only a fraction remains for the arrow in hand. Equanimity is not indifference to excellence. It is the precondition of excellence. 2 verses later, Krishna says exactly this. Yoga is skill in action. And third, evenness is not just a mental trick. In the vision of Vedanta, the deepest self in you is already sama, already even, unchanged by heat and cold, gain and loss. To become even-minded is simply to live from what you already are. This wisdom has echoes everywhere. The Stoic philosophers of Greece and Rome taught what they called the dichotomy of control. Some things are up to us, our choices, our effort, our integrity. Some things are not, the outcome, the applause, the verdict. Peace comes from investing yourself only in the first. The Buddhists call this quality upekkha, equanimity amid the 8 worldly winds, gain and loss, praise and blame, fame and disrepute, pleasure and pain. Modern psychology has arrived at the same doorstep. Acceptance and commitment therapy teaches committed action with release from outcome thoughts. The research on flow states shows that peak performance happens exactly when self-conscious worry about results disappears. Sports psychologists train champions to let go of the scoreboard and inhabit the process. And studies of happiness show that wins and losses both fade back to baseline surprisingly fast. Chasing outcomes as a source of lasting joy is a treadmill. This verse saw that treadmill 25 centuries ago. So let me leave you with 2 questions and 1 practice. First question. Where is your clinging stickiest right now? Which project or relationship makes your peace rise and fall like a stock ticker? Second question. Are you the same person after a win and after a loss? Listen to your inner voice in both rooms this week and ask what the even voice, the sama voice, would sound like. And the practice? Before your next significant action, a difficult conversation, an important piece of work, take 2 minutes. Name the fruit you are craving honestly and specifically. Then breathe out slowly and inwardly say, the action is mine, the fruit is not. Then define success only in what you control. Full presence, complete honesty, best effort. Then act. And afterward, score yourself not on whether it worked, but on how even you remained, whether it worked or not. Do this for 1 week. This is yogasthah Kuru. Enter action from equanimity instead of hoping to squeeze equanimity out of results. Sangam tyaktva. Let go of the stickiness. Siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva. Become the same person in success and in failure. And slowly you will taste for yourself why Krishna says, Samatvam yoga uchyate. Evenness of mind, that itself is yoga.
योगस्थः कुरु कर्माणि सङ्गं त्यक्त्वा धनञ्जय सिद्ध्यसिद्ध्योः समो भूत्वा समत्वं योग उच्यते